What are you creating? And I ask this question because I think it's so much more grounded and useful to ask than to ask someone if they're creative. I think creative somehow becomes a sort of fashionable trend, as sort of a style of dress, a personality, a demeanor, if you will, we assume about somebody, as opposed to creating is something that really everybody does. And frankly, is a much stronger basis for creative than how weird someone acts, perhaps. And obviously, though the sphere that I'm in often involves people creating games, often a lot of what I do is I try to help create new game developers, right? I try to help create pathways for more game developers, try to create better means of education, try to create better means of people being able to help themselves and help one another by facilitating those sort of interactions between people. And I asked today because obviously we could be talking about creating art or creating writing or creating stories, creating sculptures, creating games, movies, whatever it might be, creating YouTube videos, creating podcasts. But that same sort of lens can also be applied to creating a better life for people. It can be applied to creating things that improve people's situations. Creating things that even just make something for a more immediate family member more manageable, more enjoyable, more bearable. Whatever it might be, it's something that we can decide about the impact that we're leaving on the world around us, which is separate from just how we feel, what we want. It's separate from any sort of internal compass about what maybe makes us happy in the near term, and helps us zoom out and get some perspective on what is it that we're creating and how does it affect others around us. There's a quote from Thoreau, Henry David Thoreau's Walden, that I appreciate that's kind of along these lines, that it is something to be able to paint a particular picture or to carve a statue, and so to make a few objects beautiful. But it's far more glorious to care and paint the very atmosphere and medium through which we look, which morally we can do. To affect the quality of the day, that is the highest of the arts. And that's the thought I want to leave with in terms of when you're creating things, what more might you be doing to be creating something more than objects, be creating something more than things, more than direct personal output, but creating better circumstances for others, creating better lives, easier times, better experiences for folks. What are you creating? Thank you as always for tuning in. I'll have another video for you tomorrow.